Okay, so last time we started with the problems of fuzzy relationship. Again, I'll revise little bit and then we will move ahead. So first problem I gave you to determine the relationship between two fuzzy sets, right? For example, if you see here, there is two fuzzy sets, fuzzy set A and fuzzy set B, right? And they are telling that perform Cartesian product on A and B. So always remember, whenever you want to determine relationship matrix between two fuzzy sets, you always find out this Cartesian product, okay? That is A cross B. So whether they are telling Cartesian product or relationship matrix, you are supposed to do the same thing. So what we will do now here, we will find A cross B. So this is actually A cross B. Now what we do in this particular thing, first it's A cross B. So first we will write the elements of A row wise like this. Okay, so if you see here, x1, x2 and x3 is there. So I'm writing like this: x1, x2 and x3. Then A cross B, so B is there. I will write y1, y2 in column wise. So y1 and y2. Now take the first number of this one, okay, A, zero point 0.3, compare with 0.4. So whichever is the minimum, because the formula is, if you see over here, is what mu r x y. So it's basically we have to select a membership value, okay, by comparing both the membership values of the sets, and whichever is the minimum, we have to select that one. So here, if you see the formula, minimum of mu ax comma mu b y. So what I am doing, I am taking the first element, first membership value 0.3. I'll compare with this one, then I will compare with 0.9. So first I am comparing 0.3 with 0.4. 0.3 is minimum, so I am writing over here. Then 0.3 compared with 0.9, 0.3 is minimum, so in this particular column. Then for x2, I am taking 0.7. Now 0.7, I will compare with both the membership values of y. So 0.7 compare with 0.4. 0.4 is minimum, so I am writing over here. 0.7 compared with 0.9. So 0.7 is the minimum, I am writing over here. Similarly, for x3, this is x3 actually, okay, x1, x2, x3. So for x3, I am taking 1. 1 compared with 0.4. 0.4 is minimum, so I am writing over here. Then 1 compared with 0.9. 0.9 is minimum, so I'm writing over here. This is Cartesian product. Okay, this is Cartesian product of A and B. So just remember this, how to determine the Cartesian product. Basically, you have to select the minimum of both the membership values. Okay, so you are supposed to, if it is a cross B, write first the A elements row wise and write B element as column wise. And then take one by one membership value of A and compare with each and every value of Y. And then just go on putting in the row wise direction all the values, whichever is the minimum value, you just go on writing. Okay. Then I told you to determine the domain. So for determining the domain, it's written like domain R of xy. Okay, so for determining the domain, we just see the row wise which is the max value. So we will always first write the row wise element. So for example, x1, x2, x3, right? And then in this particular row, which is the max value, so it's zero point 0.3 only. I've written over there 0.3. Then in the second row, which is the max value, it's 0.7, so 0.7. In the third row, which is the max value, 0.9, so 0.9. And after that, the same thing can be represented as 0.3 by x1 plus 0.7 by x2 plus 0.9 by x3. So this is the domain. How we determine the domain? You can just write down the note somewhere else, that C row wise the max value. Okay, C row wise max value. For example, in the first row, which is the max value, in the second row, which is the max value, in the third row, which is the max value, and just you are supposed to write that one. Then I told you to determine the range. For determining the range, you are supposed to just see the column wise max value. Okay, column wise max value. For example, in the first column, the max value is what, 0.4. In the second column, the max value is 0.9. So if you see here, the range is given by the first column for y1 is what, 0.4. So 0.4 upon y1, and then plus in y2 it's 0.9. So 0.9 upon y2. So for domain, you are supposed to see the max value row wise, and for range, you are supposed to see the column wise max value. So whether this problem is clear to everyone? Okay, how to determine Cartesian product, then domain, and then range. If you're having any doubt, please ask me. It's simply the revision. Anybody's having any doubt, or we otherwise we can proceed. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Then I gave you one problem. Okay, this one. Two fuzzy relations are given. So two relations are given, R and S. And then I told you to determine T as composition of R and S. So basically there are two types of composition. Okay, max min composition. So in max min composition there are two types, max min and min max composition. And the second type was max product composition, right? So max min composition denoted by a hollow circle, max product is denoted by a filled circle. For min max, normally in most of the books you will not find any notation, but in some books you will get one circle inside that another circle, or most of the time they will just simply write min max composition like this. So even though if they will write directly like this ROS, then you must understand that this is about max min composition, and R filled circle S, then this is a max product composition. Okay, so this is what TROS. So first one is what, first letter is R. Okay, so we have to determine the composition between two relationship matrix, the R matrix and S matrix. So the first letter is what, R, and the second letter is what, S. Now what you are supposed to do, this is your R matrix and this is your S matrix. Now you are supposed to see first which is the common one. Okay, for example in this one y1 and y2, and here also if you see y1 y2, this one is the common. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll first write x1 x2 in the row wise direction like this. In the column wise direction I'll write this one z1 z2 z3. So it will be the composition between R and S. I'll remove this y1 and y2, which was the common term. Okay, so x1 x2 for R, right, for the first one. Then for S I have written over here z1 z2 z3. Now what I will do, I'll take the first row. I'm taking the first row 0.6 and 0.3, and I'll compare with 1 and 0.8. So I'll take 0.6 1 in 0.6 and 1. So this is a max mean composition. In max mean composition we first determine the mean value, and then we try to find out the max value. So in 0.6 and 1, 0.6 and 1, the minimum value is 0.6. Okay, then in 0.3 and 0.8, minimum value is 0.3. Now from 0.6 and 0.3, which we just got now, we have to determine which is the max value. So max value is what, from 0.6 and 0.3, max value is 0.6. So I have written over here. Okay, if you observe here there are three columns. Okay, there are three columns. So basically I will compare the first row with all the three columns, and I will get three values, 1 2 and 3, right? Similarly the second row, okay, second row I'll compare with all the three columns. So if I'll compare with the first column, I'll get one value over here. With the second column I'll get over here. With the third column I will get here. So basically you have to select every row, and then you need to compare with each and every column of the second matrix, and then just go on writing the elements. For example, let's see, if I want to determine this particular element, I will take the first row and the second column. So first row 0.6 0.5, compare minimum value, max mean composition, right? So first determine the mean and then determine the max. So 0.6 0.5, 0.5 is the minimum, 0.3 0.4, 0.3 is the minimum. Now from 0.5 0.3, 0.5 is the maximum. So that element I have written over P. So this is about the max mean composition. The opposite of this is what, mean max composition. So first you determine the max value, and then you try to find out the mean value. So I hope nobody will be having the doubt in this particular sum. If anybody is having doubt, please tell me. In determining max mean composition, this thing should be clear. Okay, so nobody is having doubt. Then we saw how to determine the max product. So in max product simply we will multiply. For example, zero point 0.6 I will multiply it by 1, so it will be what, 0.6. Zero point 0.3 will get multiplied by 0 0.8, so it will be what, 0.18. So we got the two values, 0 0.6 and 0.18. Out of that 0 0.6 and 0.18, which is the max, because this is what, a max product. So basically you multiply and then you select the max product, whichever is the max product you are supposed to write that one. So 0.18 and 0.6 is max, so I've written over here 0.6. Similarly, if you take the second one, 0.6 multiplied by 0.5, 0.3, 0.3 multiplied by 0.4, that, so it will be what, 0.12. So 0.3 will be max. Okay, so we'll be writing over here 0.3. So basically in the max product, directly multiply and then you select the max product of that. In max mean composition, compare and then select the first mean and then select the max. Okay, and in mean max, simply it's reverse of this one, max mean. Okay, so now I will give one problem and then we will go ahead with the different type. Okay, so write this problem. All of you write this problem. If R is a relationship between frequency and temperature, if R is a relationship between frequency and temperature, and S represents a relation between temperature and reliability. If R is a relation between frequency and temperature, and S represents relation between temperature and reliability, comma, index of a circuit. So the first one represents relationship between frequency and temperature. Second represents relationship between temperature and reliability, and of index of a circuit. So obtain the relation between frequency and reliability index using. So we are supposed to determine relation between frequency and reliability index using first max mean composition and second max product composition. So R relationship matrix is given to you and S relationship matrix given to you. All of you note R. So in R, the row wise values are 9, 18, 27 and 36. Okay. Column wise, minus 100, minus 50, 0, 50, 100. So first row elements are 0.2, 0.5, 0.7, 1, 0.9. 0.2, 0.5, 0.7, 1 and 0.9. Second row element is 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, 1 and 0.8. 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, 1 and 0.8. Third row is what? 27 row. 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 0.9, 0.4. And the last one is 0.9, 1, 0.8, 0.6, 0.4. Then the second matrix S. So the row wise values are minus 100, minus 50, minus 0, 50 and 100. 2, 4, 8, 16 and 20 column values. The first row is 1, 0.8, 0.6, 0.3, 0.1. Second row is 0.7, 1, 0.7, 0.5, 0.4. Third row is 0.5, 0.6, 1, 0.8, 0.8, 0.6, 0.5, 0.6, 1, 0.8, 0.8. Second last, point 0.3, point 0.4, point 0.6, 1, point 0.9, and last row is point 0.9, point 0.3, okay, point 0.65, point 0.7, and 1. 0.65, point 0.7, and 1. Point 0.9, point 0.3, point 0.65, point 0.7, and 1.
Sir, in our relation,
Hmm.
the value in the first row, fourth column is 1, and the value in the second row, fourth column is also 1. It's not point 0.1, correct?
Yeah, it's 1.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
What I can do, I can just open the book of this one. Okay, you just write and then I'll open the book. So there it will be clear.
Yes,
I
sir.
try to find out in the book.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was having some network issues, so I just logged in back, sir. Did you start? What did you start, sir? You just this is the first sum, or you did something before that?
I just revised the last lecture. Okay,
Okay.
then I started with this first. So basically, I
Okay, sir.
covered
Thank you, sir.
Cartesian product and composition, both the topic I covered, and then I started this one.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so this is the problem. So all of you can see, these two sets are there. Please check if any value is wrong. Okay, so please correct. These two sets are there, R and S. All of you can see this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So try to solve by your own so that no, you will confirm that you know how to solve it. इसमें लेके जाओ बेटे.
Sir, will you upload the old lectures along with this one on the classroom? Because some of the students have missed the previous lectures.
Hello, Mandar.
Yes.
I forgot my mic was off. I got a call from Naveen sir that you all are having something related to placement, so I will have to cancel the lecture.
There are placements. I didn't
Just check
get.
with the Naveen sir. He just called me now.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
check.
Okay, sir.
He told me to cancel the
Yes, yes,
lecture.
sir.
So
Message on.
you
Yes, sir.
got the
Messaged on the group. Yes, yes, yes. Just got the message.
So he just called me and he told me that you all are having, I mean, somewhere you have to register and all. I don't know.
Yes, yes. On that platform. Yes, you have to register.
Okay. So you all can go over there, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
our
Thank you,
second
sir.
Yeah.
lecture will also be cancelled then.
Yes, most probably because sir is having, I mean, something he is having. So he
Yeah,
told me to
sir.
cancel.
Have
Yeah.
we have a pre-placement talk,
Sir,
sir.
Okay. Yeah. So just now he called me.
sir,
Yeah.
sir, before we end the lecture, can you just please upload the recordings to the classroom because some students have missed the lectures and they are yet to catch up with the current topic which is going on. So can you just upload the lectures,
I
the
will see
recorded
that soon
lectures?
because there is one issue regarding uploading the lecture, right? See what happens normally whenever we upload the lectures and all. So if it is out of the topic, then there is no issue, right? But if it is a subject lecture, then people start to compare here, there, right? And then it may create some problem. That's the issue. I was not uploading over there. So this was
Okay,
the
sir.
issue. I'll just check if it's possible to make it not downloadable and all, and then I can upload, right? Or if
Yes, sir.
you, or else otherwise, whichever is the students are remaining, if they have not understood, they can join with me, and then I will again explain. So it will be like a revision also. Okay.
All right, sir. Will do.
Yeah, so you can make a group and then you can tell me. I will take and no separately, because see, uploading the lecture will may create some issue. That's what the reason. Otherwise, I normally upload on the YouTube and all also. So that's why I was not uploading over here. Otherwise, all the material, everything I will go, and I can again revise also. That doesn't matter. Okay.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So all of you just go over there. What Naveen sir is having. Mandar, send me the attendance. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.